Welcome to episode 401 of the Upper Bowl podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed last week's episode of Russ Joy and special guest RJ Choppy from 105.3 The Fan. If you're a new listener, welcome to the Upper Bowl podcast. Welcome to, we're not a dumpster fire, but we are a sports show. We like to have laughs, like to have fun and everything. So if you're a new listener, how you doing? I'm Duncan Dad. How you doing, by the way?
Good, doing well, man. We're here, episode 401. This isn't an error message. You do have permission to be on this podcast with Trevor Harris and myself, and
Yes.
looking forward to this next catalog, this next chapter of the Upper Bowl podcast.
Is this a trilogy, or like is it almost like a trilogy now, or do we have to? We have 400 episodes. Do we have to wait for the 600th episode? Say we have a trilogy.
Yeah, I think you've got to go to. I think you got to double it, then you can go back to, because now we're like in the Star Wars territory. You just
I'll do go Fast and Furious wise, or maybe
there you go. That's better.
That's more of our stream anyway.
More your stream speed. There you go. All right.
That's what we go for. We're not family, but like as Dom Toretto would say, but we are your audio listening family. We'll talk about anything with you guys. We'll talk hockey. We'll shit on the NBA when it needs to be. We'll talk baseball. We'll talk PCA versus a White Sox fan, and tarps off, by the way. So how about that? What we will start off with is Game 7, Sabres and Canadians. By the way, I know Duncan Dad. If you've not listened to the show, he doesn't have he has a nice thing of loves the pain of the Buffalo sports fans. And did you enjoy that pain of when Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen doffing his mask after giving up a soft goal by the Montreal Canadiens, by the way?
You know, I was super excited about them bringing back the Beer Sabres, and I thought that was like the little bit of magic they needed to get through Game 7. But, softy kind of goal. They lose it. Prefer them over the Bills fans at this point. But shout out to the Canadians, man. They're just... Hi.
Shout out to I like to say this, ole. Our favorite Canadian, Joe Man, will not be on the show this week. I'm just telling you that. I reached out, but he is still partying still to this day, by the way. These Montreal Canadiens are in the Eastern Conference Final since the first. All right, this is a real question. Do you count 2020 because it was like a conference final? Or do I say the first time since 2010? What do I go by?
Yeah. I think you got to go 2010.
Okay, so ole. Good old is happening with by the Dancing Souls, by the way. So as we
Bell Center rocking,
as the Montreal Canadiens are in the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time since 2010. So congrats to the Montreal Canadiens fans. I know a lot of people in Boston are miserable, unhappy about it, but I'll say this. Ole. Beat the Hurricanes. Ole. Beat the Hurricanes.
You've got Montreal and Carolina with a little bit of history already this year. They played each other 3 times. Canadians swept the Hurricanes 3
room
wins
anywhere?
to none.
Do we count those series in the regular season?
Regular season wins. They put up 15 goals in the 3 games, gave up 8. So that's kind of like a 2-to-1 ratio there.
Wait, 15 goals?
Yeah, 15 goals in 3 games.
That's a lot of goals. Like, who was playing goal for them? Was it like Peter Kochetkov? As we all know, it was not our favorite number. Exactly. So, but 15 goals, by the way.
Yeah, 15 goals. So,
who was the fucking goalie for them? Arthur Zerbe or Cam Ward?
Yeah.
Or was it Brian Boucher, or light him up Michael Leighton at least?
It was probably Leighton, I'm guessing. Maybe Brendan Moore took a shift. It should be an interesting series. Really looking forward to it. Carolina, again, rested, coming off their series.
They could have played in the fucking World Championships and been back already.
They could have gone and played and been back, but didn't happen. What are you taking from this this Buffalo Canadian wrap up going into the next? Obviously, Canadians get on to these conference finals. Sabres, where do we find them? Do we find them in the same position we find the Flyers?
I think they're in the Flyers position, but I want to see what Yarm. They have a new goal. Remember, they have a new GM, by the way. Remember that. They fired Kevin Adams mid-season. They brought in Jarmo Kekalainen, who was the old Blue Jackets GM, who's been known to put some teams together. I want to see what he's going to do during this offseason. Does he keep Lindy Ruff? Does he move some players? Does he resign? What is he going to do with the roster is the biggest question. I think there's a lot of question marks what's going to happen. I was listening to Buffalo Sabres radio when it happened with the goal. I was so sad, by the way, for listening to Rob Ray be sad because he missed out on the funnest game 6 of all time because even though he was at his daughter's graduation for college. Let him behold. That's perfect. I was enjoying Martin Biron, Flyers legend, doing color commentary for the Buffalo Sabres radio network on WGR and stuff. I think the Sabres are in a good spot. I want to see what they can do during the offseason. It's great to have the original powerhouses of the NHL, which made the NHL. I don't have muscles, but it's nice to have the muscle and speed of some certain teams back in the playoffs. I know Panther fans are listening to this show and they're like, Trevor, we'll be back next year. It's like, I know, but there's other teams waiting for you guys. So as the old, I'd say the old guard has woken up that carried you through the 90s. They carried you through the 80s and the 70s, the 70s, 80s, 90s to 2000s. They're coming back stronger than ever. I think it's going to be entertaining. I think Buffalo's in a great spot. I think the future is very bright. I know they got some big free agency. I know Alex Tuch is one of them. Do you want to know his plus minus was during this conference final, the second round, by the way? You're not going to be impressed by it.
Oh, I'll go +3.
-9.
-9. Holy cow, that's not good.
No. So
that's almost like how Kucherov played for the Lightning. Oh,
or
sorry, guys.
Exactly. So to go merchandising, Alex Tuch is merchandising himself right now. Who's going to sign him for free agency, by the way? Because this free agency class is brutal.
Yeah, it's extremely brutal.
Rutal, by the way. So
I was going to ask you about Philadelphia, Buffalo, Carolina. Look at the other teams that are in the conference finals. Not Philadelphia, obviously, but having the same sort of trajectory as the Flyers, where they're on the sort of come up with the young talent, Buffalo just doesn't stand out as a destination. I want to go play there sort of place.
No. It's
right? So what does Buffalo do? Do they keep going down this road with the young talent, or do they look to somebody like Austin Matthews and say, hey, we'll give you some picks and some cash consideration, whatever, give us Matthews for that shot in the arm.
Thing is, I don't know what they're going to do because I don't know if Toronto would trade with Buffalo, honestly.
Yeah, right.
That's an in-division trade anyways. When you look at it, it's like if they're going to trade, Austin going to get traded, either going to go to the Metro or is it going to go out west anyways. So.
Yeah, no, I think the landing spot is probably going to be someplace out west.
Yeah. So I don't know what he wants, honestly. It depends. Unless something like the best destination is Philadelphia, not because I'm saying that, because Toronto could get back their first round pick back.
Correct, right. And that's where I'm going at with it's just that how do you, because it's so good for the league, like you said, having Buffalo back, having Philadelphia back, how do you keep that momentum going? It's super important. We talked about the importance of Toronto's offseason, the fact that they screwed up all their picks. But no, it really is going to be something to keep an eye on because I think you have marketed and marked interest in the NHL again. The numbers were way up across the board. So it's one of these moments where, the iron is hot and you need to capitalize. So you're hoping and projecting out that some of these teams that are, maybe 2-3 pieces away can start to tool it a little bit, but they will keep that momentum, not just go right back to the cellar.
You want to know how good Game 6 was, by the way?
How good was Game 6?
2.7 million viewers on ABC, by the way.
On ABC.
Yes. The most viewed game of the playoffs so far. It is the second most watched second round Game 6 on record, only trailing Detroit, Chicago, 2013, by the way.
Yeah, and that's probably like the peak of Chicago, right?
The starting of the peak, anyway.
Yeah, starting of the peak.
Like the beginning of not mid peak, but it was like on the rise,
Original 6 team. I mean,
yes, two original 6 teams. Who would have thought two original 6 teams could carry ratings anyways, or some next 6 teams can carry the ratings? I always tell this to everybody. If you're a next six, original six, next six, you carry the ratings no matter what. Doesn't matter if you're Dallas, doesn't matter if you're Pittsburgh, doesn't matter if you're Philadelphia. They will carry the ratings anyways, no matter what. And also, when you look at it too, is the ratings have been good. I think the thing is, the only thing that's really pissy is if it's Montreal, Colorado, ESPN's gonna be pissed because they're not gonna get a second thing of ratings. But when you look at it, hockey will be very happy to have a Canadian team in there.
Yes,
I'm not waving no Canadian flag over here, anyways. But I think it'll be very entertaining if it's that, or because I think that'll be. I think if when you look at if NHL is has their fingers crossed right now, Colorado, Montreal will be the number one. Vegas, Montreal's number two. Then everybody else, honestly.
Yeah, I think the matchup with Carolina it doesn't draw the same as obviously the Canadian team.
No,
Colorado, obviously they're just like a monster. They're a beast. Vegas, they're going to get people to tune in regardless of the fact. So yeah, I mean, I'm kind of hoping that you get I'm not going to call it Cinderella story, but I'm hoping we do get Montreal versus Colorado. Oh yeah, be a nice little
battle.
Quebec. Canadians, Quebec, little Nordique homage.
Be kind of entertaining, anyways. Joe Sakic being the Raptors as a GM and chilling in the Bell Center, by the way. So, and plus, seeing those Montreal fans be so fucking rowdy is the most entertaining thing that we have on the internet. By the way, them using flare guns, everything it's almost like oh yeah, it's almost like a soccer crowd almost, but it's in Quebec, Canada, anyways. So that's why I kind of like it, anyways.
I hear you.
I know some people don't like it because some people think this is Canadian. The Canadian fans are the most disrespectful people of all time. As I quote Michael Felger, anyway, since they only like to have a captain that speaks French, needs to learn how to speak French, or their head coach has to be French speaking. By the way,
me.
Oh my God!
Exactly.
He wants me to sing "God Bless America" and pasties and a G-string up here. I'll do it.
Exactly. It's almost like this. By the way, if that happened in the Northeast, I need someone from Delco be the head coach for the Philadelphia 76ers or the Flyers or the Eagles.
Man.
Do you know how much shit we would get? By the way, as a society, or how about this? A Bostonian. I need this guy from Southfield to be the head coach of the Boston Celtics or the Red Sox, or the Bruins. I need this guy from Walton. Hey, you gotta listen to me, only in Quebec.
Only in Quebec,
you still have to deal with your head coach must learn French, and or has to be French speaking or anything. By the way, I don't know if you're. I
can you use the Google Translate or one of the AI?
No, you have to. Some people are learning. They have to learn French. It's the thing that Canadians are. French. Yes, okay. It's a Quebec thing. I look at it as sounds familiar almost. Anyway, certain circumstances.
Learn English. That's what they're saying, right?
Exactly.
That's what we're hearing over here.
As what I like to say. I think if it was like that, anyways, it would have been you just learn English, anyways. I was talking to Kevin Major, Recur Gets to the Pod. They were talking about he was trying to figure out the head coaches that had to speak French. They had Claude Julien, then they hired Michel Therrien. Yes, and they fired him. They brought some other guy in. He didn't speak French, and they brought back Michel Therrien anyways. So you remember, it's pretty hilarious. It's also realize it's just as bad as he said this. I think he didn't realize how bad the French this was in Montreal. That's they wanted to succeed Canada. By the way.
Wow.
Yes.
They were we're out.
Yes. It was a close vote. It was 51-49 or 51-50.
No way.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So crazy shit, as I like to say.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Imagine if that happened down in the States. Canceled. No matter what.
Oh yeah. There's all this talk about, they want to separate places like Texas or Florida or California or New York. I mean, the logistics, just the beginning of that stuff happening is just crazy.
It'll be some people may like it, some people don't like it. I was but it's
only in the Banana Republic.
It'd be a complete banana republic anyway. So
everything you'd have, less your resources on hand, you become instantly demonetized. You know what I'm saying? You nothing. You've got no leverage whatsoever.
Exactly right. So all right. So shout out to Buffalo. Thank you for giving us Playoff Entertainment, by the way, for the first time in 14 years. Do we say thank you for participating anymore?
I mean, you could say that. I don't know. Like,
We thank you for your participation. Like they were at a game 7. Like
they were sustainable. They
were there.
legit.
They're like,
Yeah.
we could say thank you for participating. Like for us being us trolls, like thank you for participating in the Pittsburgh Penguins. Take your
No,
hat
there
and
you go.
t-shirt.
Yeah, that would
Like
be.
so the Flyers, like I didn't say it because like we didn't expect much from you guys this year.
Oh yeah, that was completely that was way above expectations.
Yes, like we only give
They
that to
outkicked their
people we don't
coverage,
like. Like I will probably say it like. I think only for anything I did say it for, it was like, oh, we will say thank you for your participation for the LA Kings, though. Like they didn't show up for shit. That's
There
why.
you go. That's right.
So shout out to that, by the way. Loaded show today by this week. We have Hollywood from Joe Rose Show. He comes on, we talk a little football, we talk basketball and everything. So I want to make sure with a little promotion. So Hollywood is back. I haven't had him on since. Do you want the last time I had him on?
COVID.
No.
Okay.
Before the playoffs, by the way. Before the
All right.
CFP, by the way. I think you were on vacation one week, by the way.
I think I
So-
was.
So we like to welcome back Hollywood. So we're not going to go to him yet, but we have a lot of stuff to talk about, especially with the NHL and the Flyers and stuff, anyways, and also NFL and stuff. The schedule has been released, by the way. So
Schedule has
People-
dropped.
people have been booking flights. People are asking where you're going to go to games and everything. So we'll talk about that soon later.
Oh.
Big news that's going on. All right, so you have your conference finals. Vegas Golden Knights versus Colorado Avalanche. Starts tonight, by the way, on Wednesday night, by the way. So if you're listening to this on a Thursday morning or Wednesday, depends when I want to drop it. Check your local listings on your results, by the way, for the first game. On Thursday night, you have the Hurricanes and the Montreal Canadiens. Game 1 in Raleigh, North Carolina. Bigger question. How many Montreal fans are going to make their way down to Raleigh, North Carolina, by the way?
I think I don't know. They're traveling pretty well so far.
Yes.
And I think they really feel like they got something special brewing. So not Boston Bruins, but brewing. But they'll head down. Yeah, they'll head down to Raleigh. Pretty accessible there on the East Coast.
My only big problem is 2 teams that wear red.
Yeah, well, Carolina's going to be breaking out the black, I'm sure, at some point. Right?
I know,
They
but the
got them
crowd
alternate.
wears red there anyway, so it's like really hard.
Yeah, isn't that like the Hurricane flag and stuff like that, the siren and crap? They do all that?
They do that stupid shit anyways. They don't
Like, oh my god, yeah.
so
That's
just don't
hard.
get Luke Kuechly out there. He may break it anyways, which would be
Mhm.
hilarious.
Is Raleigh
So,
even close enough to be near something like a hurricane, or they just get it because of like the far east coast of Carolina, like the Outer Banks and all that?
Outer
Raleigh's like
Banks,
pretty inland. Yeah,
very inland, by the way.
very inland, right?
Like, do I have to get it? Let's go. We haven't done geography in a while, by the way. So we are in foreign territory again, anyway. So we will Raleigh, North Carolina, by the way.
I'm pretty sure it's like almost the middle of the state.
We're gonna pull up right now, by the way. So
I guess it's right on the eastern third.
we will show it to our YouTube viewers, by the way. Anyway, so
Yeah.
Raleigh is right here.
Yeah,
I
I guess Charlotte's center, right?
Charlotte.
Yeah,
No, Raleigh's more center, by the way.
Raleigh. Yeah, I think North Carolina is like an odd shaped state.
Yes.
People think it's like long. It's not. It's
No, if you want long, it is long to drive through. Virginia
oh my
is a long
God.
state to drive through.
Dude, you drive coast to coast in that state, good luck.
Where from Virginia to,
Yeah, just good luck.
or just driving through Connecticut all the way down to Virginia to get down to Florida anyway. So
Yeah, come
That's
across
why.
76, pick up 81, go south. Holy
Yeah.
cow. Just put your cruise control on and just fall asleep. That's why the Tesla things are good at that point.
Don't fall asleep. Don't fall asleep. Stay awake, my brother. Anyways, so yeah. As someone who's been out there a few times, it was usually stop. I always stopped. It was not Raleigh all the time. I always stopped in Charlotte, by the way.
Nice. All right.
That is my little pro tip. Whenever I drove down, I always stopped in Charlotte. It seemed more put together city than Raleigh, anyway. So because you're near the end of
taking a
Carolina.
Bobcat game.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I never got to see the Hornets. Whenever I stopped, I drove down here 3 times, 4
Uh-huh.
times, I think. The only time I stopped there was for a Charlotte, like the minor league baseball team.
Nice.
Yeah, it was right next to the hotel. I was like, oh, sweet.
All right. Let's completely off topic right now, and we'll get this later. Better area for minor league baseball, Mid Atlantic or like Pacific Northwest?
I've never been to Pacific Northwest.
Yeah. I feel like the Mid-Atlantic is just like the best place to watch minor league baseball.
Yeah, I'll go Mid-Atlantic because there's an area from down after you get through the DMV to Atlanta. There's no baseball team down there.
There's nothing. Anyway. I mean, the stadiums are just like littered up and down.
Yeah,
like the highways, and they always have like great deals too.
Yeah, like I always say like that's why I always say like people are like we should put a baseball team in Charlotte. I was like, that's Braves country or Nationals or Oriole country,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's where, which was the crazier thing. Anyways,
shout out to Ted Turner.
Shout out to Ted Turner. Anyway, so shout out to him.
All right, sorry, we went off the rails there. So yes, the conference finals, Knights. What's that?
We did not terribly go off the rails. We were still on track though. Vegas Golden Knights, Colorado Avs. That's gonna be a fun series. That's Wednesday night. Thursday night, you have Hurricanes in Montreal. No day games, by the way. I want to tell you that for sure. No afternoon games. Is that good?
Prime time, baby.
Is that good?
Everything in prime time.
Because the last couple of years, Saturday night I'll give you the times. So both games are 8:00 on Wednesday, Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Friday night is 8:00. Understandable. Saturday at 7:00. By the way, is that still a little early? By the way,
we're talking about Colorado and Vegas.
That's Canadians and Hurricanes game 2. By the way,
East Coast people 7. I would have liked the 8 start.
Okay, 8:00 is Sunday. By the way, that was usually the 3:00 game. By the way,
mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm guessing they didn't want to do a noon or in Vegas. By the way.
No, they're not going to do that. No, they're watching the holiday weekend as well to make sure that people are going to be preoccupied with everything else that they're doing.
Yeah, so that is a 5:00 start out on the West Coast, by the way.
All right.
So this is also the first time we have a team of the Pacific Coast, by the way, in the Pacific time zone, by the way, in the conference finals since forever, by the way.
Yeah, it's been a minute
since Vegas was in.
Since Vegas did it, yeah. Since Vegas did it, right? Yeah.
Because last time, a couple times we've had Edmonton in it, so he was just like, "All right, it's like Edmonton and Dallas, same time zone. You can do whatever you want, almost anyway." So, so we have it's a 5:00 West Coast Sunday Memorial Day special going on, by the way. Then Monday you have 8:00 for Hurricanes and Canadians. Then you have a 9:00 on Tuesday, by the way. Jesus,
ouch.
What are you gonna do till 9:00? What do they have? I don't know what ESPN has on their programming these days since they don't have
WNBA.
This is a disgrace.
Maybe I don't know. So
what a joke.
That's why. So we'll just as I say this, check your local listings. Am I right?
Check your local listings.
Someone may get bumped.
Take a nap during the middle of the day.
Take a nap, run your errands, get your car registration renewed. How about that?
This is why the lifestyle, like in other countries, just benefits their sports. They're like, you get that early, you got a late game. The next morning when you got to go to work, like they're like, roll in about 9, 10, no big deal. You were up late last night. Don't worry about it. Not us. We're up at like 5 a.m. in the car, sitting in traffic, bumper to bumper.
Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous.
That's why our mental health sucks.
Exactly, for sure. So that's what's going on. All right, NHL, that's other news. Craig Berube got fired. We did not talk about that. He's out in Toronto. Assistant GM also got fired. Bruce Cassidy. Do you see that's going on with the Vegas
Not
team?
Butch Cassidy.
No, not Butch Cassidy. Not Cassidy.
Sundance Kid.
Not Cassidy the rapper, but Bruce Cassidy. I did say Cassidy the rapper. Bruce Cassidy cannot take an interview at a job, by the way.
He's still under contract, or he's still the rights or whatever,
the
right?
Vegas thing is not the Vegas Golden Knights will not let him interview for a coaching job.
Good for them.
Still in the playoffs.
Good for them.
Are you for this or are you against it, by the way? He's supposed to get interviews in Edmonton and LA, by the way.
I think when you have a vested interest that you were still a part of, or they're still part of the playoffs, just out of the probably like non-compete competition clauses, it's probably just a good idea. Not that you would go in there and share secrets and blah, 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 blah. But, there are some things that could be very specific to an organization. I mean, a lot of times people do something like that just to bust the other person's balls. Be like, hey, you got to wait. Yeah. I mean, I'm firmly against the NFL coaches doing it during their playoff as well. Like if this teams really want them,
you got to wait.
They're going to be fine. But, it takes a special someone like a Kellen Moore to be like, hey, I'm going to go interview for the Saints job.
Mhm.
while I'm sitting here preparing for the Super Bowl. And
Mhm.
hopefully I'm prepared enough, to do this, because we've seen other coaches do that and they just
Gannon.
fall flat on their face. It's
Gannon.
horrible. Yeah, Gannon,
Kyle-
exactly, Gannon.
What is the Kyle Shanahan too?
Shanahan too, yeah.
Yeah.
Half the Seattle Seahawks coaching staff.
Dan Quinn, Chris Richard. Depends who you are, anyways. so
Detroit, right?
there you
with
go.
them.
That's,
But then Johnson,
Mhm.
he's like one of the exceptions, right?
Yep.
Right. It wasn't his fault that his team got boat raced.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, other news. Chris Knobloch, the Edmonton Oilers head coach, he got fired as well. By the way,
Is any relation to Chuck Knobloch?
What a joke.
probably not. Anyway, so
Probably not.
but yeah. So Edmonton's looking for a new head coach. LA is looking for a new head coach. Toronto's looking for a new head coach. The Rangers are not looking for a new head coach. Neither are the
Dude.
Flyers, by the way.
Matthews, McDavid, Draisaitl, all coachless.
And also franchiseless right now. The LA Kings, which is who's your franchise player since Anze Kopitar has retired, by the way. So
Yeah, shout out to Kopitar. First ballot Hall of
shout
Famer.
out to Kopi. Anyways, he kept the Kings together at least. He
Mhm.
tried to at least.
That class, if they do retire in this fashion, and we don't know what's going on with Yager yet, we assume, or not with Yager, I'm sorry, Ovechkin. We're
Mhm.
assuming he's probably going to come back, right?
We don't even know yet. We haven't
Or
heard
is he really out? Because he kind of did his victory lap.
he did. I think he's going to stay another year. I could be wrong. I just don't want him in the KHL. That's why.
That's what. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm too. I want to be like, just be done,
just
man. You're
if
great.
you're going to retire, retires in NHL. I don't want you in the KHL.
Yeah.
Like
But just you got Kopitar, Letang, Ovechkin, all eligible at the same time. It's like that weekend would be just immense for hockey fans.
Ovechkin was the 04 draft.
Yep.
You think it was the second pick, by the way. Malkin was the first pick, by the way. So
Wow.
2 Russians, by the way. And Kopitar was the 05 draft, anyways.
Yeah. I mean,
Same
both
draft
all
as
about the same
Claude.
time.
Same
Yeah.
class as Claude Giroux, by the way. He's like, who are we thinking? Bobby
Who?
Clark.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, Bobby Clark, not Bobby Clark. Claude Giroux is a free agent, by the way. I am not going to say this. I'm going to say this once for all. I don't want him back. I'm going to point that out, by the way. We're not bringing him back. Flyers bring him back. I may have to go on a strike, by the way, again.
That's a great question for the program later on. Like, give me the. I think you got to go like top 3. Like you can't even do top 5. You have to do like top 3 return tours with a city that actually worked out.
They've never worked out.
No, I mean like Foles coming back to Philly,
Yes, that worked out.
right? Like they caught lightning in a bottle.
Yes. Oh shit, damn. Cubs, I can't think of anybody. Anyone the
Yeah, no,
Phillies?
it's just a question for like to just throw it out there on the ether and let's see what people come up with. But it never works when you try to like recycle it, right? It doesn't work.
It feels like, you know what it felt like?
Huh.
I feel like I'm looking for Bobby Clark as a GM. I'm like, yeah, he played for the Flyers. Bring him home,
No, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. And
Yeah.
he's like, no, that stuff doesn't work, man.
Rick Tocchet worked out with the Flyers twice. Remember, he started as a Flyer. They got traded. Then
Yeah.
he came back in the 2000s to end his
Yeah.
career with the Flyer. He worked out well. LeClaire played. No, he
No.
never left. Lindros never returned back. Voracek never came back. That's a good one.
I mean, I'm sure
Hextall.
Hextall. Yeah.
I was like, wait, Hextall had two tours of duty with the Flyers.
Two
He was
tours,
pretty good.
exactly.
He went to cup final both his tours, anyways.
Yeah. I'm sure it's happened like in
Peter Forsberg did not have much of a tour
Serie A,
duty.
like soccer or Premier League or something like that.
Mark
But just
Recchi.
like the second time, it's
Now,
like
you got me rolling on this. Mark Recchi, he had a good tenure, first time with the Flyers and second tenure. Look
yeah,
at
he was
that.
an all-star. He was an all-star
Yes.
both times.
I will not talk soccer, but we will have to mention this. Arsenal won the fucking Premier League for the first time since 2004, by the way.
The Gunners.
Is
Because Man City
is
crapped
that
the
a
bed
curse
versus,
anymore?
Like Brighton and Hertford. Is it a curse anymore? No, I don't think it's a curse anymore.
So, was it a curse before? Like, they haven't won a cup since 04?
Yeah, they had one against 04, but in between there and there, you had Chelsea just going balls crazy. Man City went crazy. Man United went crazy.
Did Tottenham win anything then?
Yeah, Spurs won the title.
Speaking of Spurs, they may be on
which-
relegation. Look, by the way, They are. We don't talk soccer on here, but when I
World
see
Cup is coming up. That's right.
World Cup is coming up. I know Joe Malfa's he will be coming back. By the way, I'm telling you that Joe Malfa. I'm gonna tease this. Malfa will be ready for World Cup. By the way, he calls a lot of MLS games on CBS and all the other stuff right now.
Mhm.
So he's our ace in the hole. By the way, so he will be joining us. And Duncan, Dad, you usually never join the interviews. You're joining the interview, by the way. So
There is nothing quite like it. Two guys. I got to get his. I'm gonna get his.
Jose
full name.
Marino is another one. He's like the Billy Martin almost. He's like, I can coach anywhere and
Yes.
they win.
Oh my, yeah, Billy Martin, good one.
Yeah.
He came back. How many times did he come back through the Yankees organization?
Yes, Jose Marino in soccer, another good one too.
Yeah,
Trying to figure out another head coach. God, yeah, Billy Martin's a good one. Yeah, why not? Well, Alex
Why
Cora
not?
does not count, by the way. He had a shitty second tenure, by the way.
Mhm.
He had a bad one. All right, so
I guess it's Peter Drury, Robbie Earl. Like these are some of like the Premier League, broadcasters, or whatever. But listen to a game called by one of those guys, or the dude who's from Mexico. I'm completely drawing a blank with who he is, but he's guys like the goal.
Mhm.
He just goes on forever. But the way they communicate the game and the passion.
like it's almost like Phil Shane as we go for America right now. Shout out to Phil Shane, by the way. You know who you
Shout
are.
out. Christian Marantonoli, Luis Garcia, Andres Vaca, Andres Cantor. I mean, there's Andres Cantor. That's it.
Andres,
The legendary
Cantor.
voice of Telemundo and Football de Primera. His famous iconic prolong. Go. He just, dude, he gets so jacked up listening to the guys. Otherwise, you hear like the American commentators are like, and he dribbles it up the right side. He's looking for somebody to cross in the middle. He crosses the middle, and it's headed out of play. And you're like, what? It's not freaking golf.
What up?
Exactly, for sure. Other than that, did you watch any of the PGA stuff this weekend in Philly or no?
I saw the chant. They were.
Did you see whoever that CBS reporter was like saying Dumas or was saying the
Mhm.
Eagle chant needs to die?
Oh yeah, he's like, oh, that's your only thing. You're gonna die with that. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, come on, dude. You know what's happening? CBS Radio and CBS whatever news is dying. So forget it.
Jesus. Yeah, I saw that. Like, I want to say, like, hey, sit this out. Just sit this one out, bud, for real. So,
CBS
Jason
Radio
Dumas.
is officially signing off after nearly 100 years. Take
Tonight,
that.
unacceptable.
Damn. So he works for CBS Philly, I believe. So, Jesus, we're going after everybody this morning. So, about that, anyways. By the way, at least we're not hooked up to the lie detector test like Elliot Show Parks was yesterday. By the way, on WYP.
ESP.
Have you ever seen that before?
I have not seen that before, but you know what? They will pull out basically anything to grab
Attention of ours.
attention. Do we call it? Is it viewership because they stream a lot of that stuff now?
Both. We'll see both. We'll see both. It's must listen to radio or must watch YouTube streaming. So they get both in my book. So I say attentionship anyways, or viewership.
Attentionship. Good one. That's a good one.
Attentionship anyways. So
What did they
that's
find out with ESP on lie detectors? Is there anything?
yes.
Oh,
So-
okay.
So shout out to someone. I forgot who we broke it all down, by the way. Someone broke it all down, by the way. So Luke Arcane. Shout out to Luke Arcane, by the way. So ES did these are the questions he got asked by the lie detector. Did ESPN forget Saquon Barkley on his top 10 Eagles list? Elliot said he forgot, and he's telling the truth, by the way. These are the questions that were asked. Do you believe the Queen of England is the most famous personality? Elliot said yes. Tess said he's lying, by the way. Do you believe you deserve to win Eagles Insider of the Year first year? He said yes. Tess said he was lying. Do you believe you are a better arguer than Spike Eskin? He said yes. Tess said he was telling the truth, by the way. That's entertaining. Do you believe Reggie White deserves to be on the Eagles Mount Rushmore? He said no. Tess said he was lying, by the way. He's want to know why? He said he's a Packer. He's a Packer.
He's a Packer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was. Do you believe Jalen Hurts is the best player on the Eagles? He said yes. Tess said he was lying, by the way.
Yeah, no, I don't think Hurts is the best player on the team.
No. But I will say this before. I think we need to put more of these insiders on a lie detector test so we can see what bullshit they're really saying anyway. So I'm all for it, by the way. Some people hate it. Some from the 90s, and I tell some people, why don't you become a program director or a producer or a host of a radio show anyway? So instead of being a journalist integrist anyway. So that's what I think. So you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
So who should, if we had to put next person on a lie detector test, who would we put on, by the way, insider wise?
Insider wise,
I know who I want to put on.
low hanging fruit, man. Low hanging fruit.
No, I'm not going with that one. That's way too easy.
I'm not.
Sean Sharania.
If you said Rossini, you would have been wrong, but right at the same time.
Exactly.
Shams would be good.
Shams will be entertaining. I would say.
I think like Windhorst. He would be
Yes.
fun. He would be
Windhorst-
fun.
I want to see if he's really full of shit or not. By the way.
Yeah.
God, I'm really dunking on the NBA. Dave McMillan, who was covering the Lakers, also whenever LeBron did. I want to see if anyone who did the
You know who else would
LeBron
be fun.
Who?
What's it? Pablo Torre, the guy
Yes.
who throws dirt on everybody.
Yes.
Holy cow!
That's the one we really need. That's a good
Dude,
one.
that's what you need. That's what you need.
I think that one. I think now you give me really good ideas for clips right now. He should be on there.
Like Nick Wright, Skips, like they're all easy. Like I don't. They're fine.
Pierre Maguire. Pierre Maguire.
There you go.
All the stuff he said for all of us hockey fans for so long. Anyways, Pierre Maguire.
There was tons of like big expose people because I don't put people like Rappaport and Schefter in there because they're actually being fed like
shit.
Yeah, you're right, exactly. They're fed their stuff they need to get out. Like, oh yeah, by the way, this is just rando. Like we have from an inside source.
Yes.
That blah 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 blah. We've talked like who the hell are you talking to in Cleveland? Windhorst.
Who do you know in Cleveland?
Yeah, who do you know in Cleveland?
Why do you care about Cleveland so much?
Like Joe the Butcher down the street, running like a shoe shop out of the back of his warehouse.
Exactly.
Who the is that guy?
Exactly. So
you know who else, man? I'm sure that there's a laundry list of people that we could get from the listeners and viewers connected to like SEC football. Like there's got to be like
Feinbaum. Paul Feinbaum.
Oh my gosh!
Put him on a good old lie detector test, anyways. But he'll be entertaining.
You know who else will be entertaining? I just this college football thing. Listen, Michigan guy, whatever, throw him underneath the bus. Like either Harbaugh is just like completely naive with what's going on, and he just like walks in the door. He did his thing with his khakis and his little M sweater and his M t-shirt, and turned around and walked out because they broke down all of the things that have come from his coaching tree and time at Michigan, and it's not good.
No,
like it's not one of those like, hey, one time, 2 times, 3 times, getting kind of concerned. I think it was like 12 or 13 incidents. Like that's just
that's not good.
No, that's not good, man. And now like, oh man,
I'm Pete Carroll on there too.
So,
I think he'll be entertaining on a lie detector test.
You know who would be like? We'd be entertaining for the truth, right?
Yes.
Because no fun. If you put like Sean Payton on a lie detector test and just ask, because he would just tell you.
Exactly.
You like this guy's like, nah, he's an asshole. Next, you're like, oh yeah, okay.
Parcells have been entertaining too, by the way. Parcells
have been entertaining. All right,
anyone from the God rest his soul, Jim Fossil right now. He would have been entertaining. Was he sure he gonna make his team and make the playoffs when he said the end he was in? Come on.
Man, that'd have been sweet.
God, it was another. Exactly. Want to know what's sweet? Hollywood's on the show again. So
Hollywood's sweet.
Let's go to Hollywood. He's the producer of the Joe Rose Show, and also fill-in host as well.